We are about to step into 2023, and it is very important to know what you need to achieve. However, before we go there, we also need to reflect. Have you checked to see how many goals you wrote down at the beginning of this year and how many of them you didn't accomplish? Then I want you to go in a little deeper. You gotta face yourself. Why didn't you accomplish them? Was it fear of people, talking down on your goals, or fear of failing? Fear of opinions? Fear of lack of resources? There was some type of fear that kept you from achieving that goal. I'm a firm believer that we do what we like to do or what we want to do. We may say that we don't have time for this. However, we make time for what we want in life. If these goals are truly important to you and it's still deep within, however, you have this little negative chatter saying that you can't do it, I want you to put it back on your vision board in 2023. And ask yourself right now, okay, what kept me away? So we determined some type of fear. What are 3 things that I can do each quarter to make sure that I continue pushing through this goal? For example, let's say that your goal was to write a book. However, when you thought about starting, you felt stuck. You didn't know what to write. You didn't know what to do. You've been called to be an author. That's one of your biggest goals in life. However, just lack of confidence kept you from becoming an author. And then let's really be real. We just kind of get complacent and then lose the excitement. And the goal doesn't get achieved. So you have to hold yourself accountable. And how does that look? I want you to really have a clear vision. Visualization works. Trust me. Let's start with a clear vision of that book. You can use one of the 5x5 success habits, which is 5 minutes of visualization, 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of inspiration, 5 minutes of journaling, and 5 minutes of affirmation. So we are going to stick with the 5 minutes of visualization. For the next 7 days, I want you to picture yourself for 5 minutes. Let's just use the example of an author. Just using that as a way to envision that book. What would be the title? What would that cover book look like? What will you talk about? I want you to feel that. And for those 7 days, just write down what comes up for you. Because in 2023, and you don't have to wait till 2023, by the way, you can start now just writing. If an author came up for you, you just start writing. Don't worry about who's going to pick up your book, who's going to be your editor, any of those details. Just do one step at a time, which is writing. Just start writing. And then you organize it. So you say, okay, for the next 30 days, I will spend 30 minutes each day writing until my 30 minutes are up. My deadline to be done with this book is by, let's do a date out there, March 30th, 2023. I'm going to write every single day for 30 minutes. And my goal is to have it done by March 30th, 2023. Right? Just start there. And what I can promise you, that the editor, the book deal, or self-publishing is all going to come up for you. It's going to come up through visualization. You do the visualization again. And you take 5 minutes to visualize yourself on what's the next step. And it will happen. This works wonders. If you haven't already, check out my website at shefixescrowns.com if you're really trying to go deep within and get a better understanding how this whole 5x5 success habits can help you achieve your goals. It is so important to step into 2023 bold, confident, having a plan, not wandering around. And especially not being that person, because I've been guilty of being that person back in the days where is the person that I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to be a size 2. I'm going to start going to the gym every day. And I sign up, and then the first 2 months, and then I'm, bam, peace out. That goal is gone because something happened. Life happened. And I didn't stick to my goal. I came to a conclusion. The reason why we don't stick to our goals is because we don't have a clear vision of what that goal looks like. We don't have a clear vision of what it feels like. And then once we get that clear, we write down the goal. And don't worry about getting just to the finish line. Baby steps. What is that one thing that you can do? So let's just talk about exercise. Maybe you're just starting off and you want to lose 10, 20, 30 pounds, whatever that looks like for you. And you decide that, okay, the easiest time for me to work out is in the morning. What I'll do, I'll wake up at 6 a.m. and by 6:30, I'll be in the gym. Maybe you start with 30 minutes and slowly, gradually, you start increasing your time in the gym. Then you can say, you know what? Besides 30 minutes in the gym, I'm going to cut down eating four times a day. I'm going to cut down to 3 meals a day. And I think I'm going to have like 400 calories. Okay, so good. We got a clear plan there. And then you want to be very specific. I work out in the gym on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. And you have to do what works for you. Not everyone we're called to do, to run on a cardio machine, right? Not everyone, or treadmill. Not everyone has been called to be on the elliptical machine. Everybody has their own stuff. Figure out what works for you that you can do for sure for 30 minutes and that you're going to enjoy it. Doesn't mean you're always going to feel like doing it every day, but you're trying to create a habit. Again, the 5-minute visualization or the 5x5 success habits can help you do just that. You need a clear plan on your weight loss. And these are just some examples, but I want you to step into 2023 bold. Promise me that for 2023, you are going first to reflect as we wrap things up. You're going to reflect on this year, the goals that you didn't achieve. Write that down. Don't speak it out loud. Write it down. And then next to it, write out why you didn't achieve it. Be honest with yourself. Put all the excuses you came up with. And then ask yourself, in a real world, like, what would people say if I gave those excuses out? Was it fear of, again, being, judged? Is it fear of failure? Is it fear of resources? What is it? If you gave all these excuses to someone, some of them may be legit. Life happens. Whatever those excuses are, write them down. And then ask yourself, were they excuses that I could control, or were they legit excuses that unfortunately, a loved one passed away and I had to deal with that? Or maybe you got sick, maybe you got, your health was at risk. Whatever that is for you, write it down and say, for 2023, this goal still means a lot to me and I have to knock it out. So then you go ahead and write that down. You write your goal down. You write 3 ways. Well, actually, let me go back. I want you to have a vision. 5 minutes, preferably in the morning. You visualize yourself achieving that goal. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What do you feel? What do you see? Then I want you to write down baby steps. First of all, ask yourself, what is the defined goal? Be specific, right? And then I want you to write down, how would this goal improve my life if I achieve it? Then I want you to write your milestones and how you're going to achieve these goals. What needs to happen first? By what deadline? What needs to happen second? By what deadline? Third, by what deadline? Fourth, by what deadline? This is for you, my friends. I want you to be the best version of yourself. And the only way you can do that is by having a clear, concise plan for 2023. Is life going to happen? Yep. But if you have a plan, you can get back on the bus. You can get back on that horse. You can get back on that path and continue on the path of your goals, your success. If this video helped you, please comment below. Share it with a friend. Share it with a loved one that you feel needs to hear this. Again, you can follow me on Instagram at She Fixes Crowns or any of the social handles at She Fixes Crowns. Check out the 5x5 success habits at shefixescrowns.com. All right, loves, have a good one. I hope this video helped you. Let's crush those goals. Till then, see you next week.